Welcome to Python 3 Beginner 7, File I/O. Every video will have all slideshows and code available in the description. File I/O in Python is incredibly easy, so this will be a rather short video. Files are a great way to load information into our program and save stuff out for later use. Let's jump straight into it. We open a file with the open function. We enter a file name into the to open and the mode to open it in, e.g. read, write, or append. Okay. First, let's create a text file, and we'll call it myfile.txt. Let's enter some words. Okay, so we'll jump over, and we're going to create a text file. So vim myfile.txt. Now inside our text file, we're going to create some words. So cat, fat, bat, mat, and hat. Okay, now we've created our file, let's right click and save it, and we can type ls to see what's inside this current directory. So we have our other tutorials and we have our myfile.txt. Okay, so let's create our toot7.py, and we're going to load the text file in and print it to the command line. We're going to use the R for read mode. Okay, so let's create our toot7.py. Okay, so we're going to create our main to keep following our practices. So def main colon, and inside our main function we're going to open our file. So let's call the file variable f, and we're going to make f equal open brackets, and then in quotes, so as a string, we're going to name the file, so myfile.txt, close quotes. Then we're going to do a comma, and we're going to add another parameter into our open function, and that is going to be the R parameter for read. And we're going to close off our open and go down to the next line. So now we've opened up our file, and now we need to output all of the lines of the file to the console. So we can use the for loop for this because Python knows how many lines are in the file. So let's do for line in the file f and colon. Then inside of our for loop, we're going to print line. Okay, now that's our for loop written and our file done. What we need to do now is close our file. So after our for loop, so back into our main, we're going to f.close, and that'll close our file off. Okay, so let's write out if underscore underscore name underscore underscore is equal to underscore underscore main underscore underscore, close quotes, colon. We're going to run main. Okay, so now if we run our program, so right quit, and we run it, so python 3 toot7.py, and we run it, we get cat, fat, bat, mat, and hat. And you'll notice that there's these strange spaces. We've got a space in between each word. This is because we haven't taken off the new line characters. Okay. So we can fix this by stripping the new lines and carriage returns from the file. So let's use the strip function that Python has for strings. So we're going to be adding the .strip open bracket in quotes \n\r close quotes, and then close our strip function. Okay, so we come back over and we open up our file to edit again. We're going to edit inside of our print statement. It's going to be line.strip open brackets, open up quotes \n\r close quotes, and then close off our brackets. Okay, now if we save this and we run it, we'll notice that we don't have the extra spaces in between because the new lines and carriage returns have been stripped. Okay, so now let's look at outputting to a file. So to output a file, we must open up the file in write mode and write data out to the write data out using the write function. Okay, so let's edit our toot7.py file and write new words into our file. So let's make the user input the words. we'll make the user input 4 words and save them to a file. Okay, so we need to open up our file and we need to change our file to write mode. So instead of an R, we're going to have a W for write mode. Now, we want to input words from the user and output them to the file. So we're going to do for I, so just the variable I, in range, open up brackets, and we're going to repeat 4 times. And instead of printing, we're going to f.write, open brackets, and we're going to get the input from the user, and we're going to say please enter a word, colon, close quotes, and we close off with our brackets. And before we do our last bracket, we want to add onto the end, so plus, and we want to add our new line character, so \n, and close those quotes. Okay, so we've written our write function. We can remove our print, and then we need to remember we've got to close our file afterwards. And let's try running this. So if we write quit and we try running our program, it'll say please enter a word. So let's enter our words backwards this time. So hat, mat, bat, and fat. And as you can see, our script has ended. Now if we open up our myfile.txt and have a look, we can see that we now have hat, mat, bat, and fat, the words that we just entered. So we've overwritten this file with our own words. So we can exit out of this now. Okay. Now let's look at the with statement. The with statement allows you to open a file and run a block of code with the file open. Then after the block is finished, Python will automatically close the file for you, though you cannot always use this with statement in certain situations. Let's edit our Lecture7.py and try outputting with the with statement. Okay, so we'll create a list of words and use the with statement and a for loop to output the words to a file. So we come back over and we edit our Lecture7.py. Okay, so this time we're going to use the with statement. So let's remove everything. And we're going to use the with statement. So we type with. Actually, we've got to create our word list first, sorry. So words equals, we're going to open up our brackets and we're going to have, say, cat, sat, bat, and do map. And we'll close off with the square brackets. And we've created our list of words. Now with open, so with the open file that we open, so let's open up a file called words.txt, close, comma, and we're going to open it up in write mode, and then we're going to close our open function, and then we're going to use as f. So with this open file as f, we're going to use it. So for word in words, so for each word in our list of words, colon, we're going to f.write. And then we're going to write the word plus the new line character. Plus the new line character. And we're going to close off our write function. Now we don't have to close because we use the with statement. So if we right quit and save this and we run it, we'll have the program run successfully. And if we open up our words.txt file, which we just created, we have cat, sat, bat, and map. So cool. And that's all there is to file I/O. Note, however, that if the file doesn't exist yet, it will be created. Also, if you wish to output other data types, they must be converted into a string format before outputting. This concludes our look at file I/O in Python. Don't fear if you don't remember all of this, you can easily come back and rewatch this video to consolidate all of the information. If you have any questions and you can't find the answer after a quick Google search, feel free to leave it in the comments. Next, we'll be covering exception handling. Thanks for watching.